Hey, John. Wow. I got a great question for you. What is the best way to absorb knowledge from a finance book?
Right. Yeah. So I think that the way that you would learn from a finance book, in particular, like let's say a textbook, is similar to the way that you read other textbooks. Depending on what exactly the topic is, it's usually a lot less in depth, I would say, than math or science textbooks, or at least you don't have to read them as closely as those. A lot of the books you will read have, for example, a lot of like research facts in them, rather than even like a third year molecular genetics textbook, for example, is still going to be concepts on every page, right? Um, and not to say that those facts don't, get used to build on concept, but that there are a lot of pages dedicated to research results is kind of interesting sometimes. But how you should read those by, frankly, just taking a lot of notes. Now, I've sort of modified the way that I read over time because initially I read on the side, but now I just write small directly in between the sentences instead, and I think that's better. Um, yeah, so that's pretty much just how you read a complicated book. Sometimes your finance books will be complicated, not all of them are, of course. But just, take lots of notes, write down your thoughts, make sure that you understand the arguments building to the conclusions that you arrive at, or how do principles come to be known, for example, and maybe how do principles support examples that follow from them. So, you got to be able to make connections across the material. Yeah.
Amazing, John. Thank you for the answer. Now, if you want some good recommendations for some finance books, there'll be a link right there. Check it out. It's a great tier list. Check it out. Bye.